All right, we are officially live, coming in hot for another freaking show. Another freaking live episode on how you can take your at-home business from being average to taking it and launching like a rocket ship and making it into savage. This is one of my favorite topics to ever talk about and train on, probably because it was one of my biggest struggles. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Michelle Churchill Dworak. I have been in the space of making money online, whatever you want to call it, social retail, multi-level marketing, network marketing, for almost 5 years now. And it's crazy to freaking say that out loud because I had no use being in business. But because I was desperate for money, I was like, okay, this is my last resort, because I said no to this for 5 years and I never realized what I was saying no to. Okay. So fast backtrack to almost 5 years ago when I went out to my mailbox and I opened up the mailbox to find a bill that said that I had to pay $1,000 a month to the government because of my student loans. And I already lived paycheck to paycheck. Money was already constantly the freaking issue. And I already had debt. So unless I was planning on working after hours to make an additional stream of income, because I was already monetizing, I was using my cosmetology license and doing hair when Bella went to bed. I was using my bachelor's degree in human resources, working the 8 to 6 o'clock training or 8 to 6 o'clock job. I was waitressing on the weekends and I had my own cleaning business. So physically putting me into another job literally was not going to get me anywhere unless I was to utilize and do something from home, from my phone, and something that I could duplicate and do as a normal human being. Okay. So if you're watching this and you're newer to the industry, or you're looking into supplementing your income, or even trying to eventually replace your income, you're not alone with how you're feeling, because I felt the exact same way as you. And I can't be more grateful enough for this opportunity and for how desperate I was, because I don't think that I would be here, because I just didn't think I had in me what it took. I was really, not social on social media. I didn't have the Instagram and the fancy TikTok and the YouTube, and I had 0 followers on Facebook. I had less than 200 friends. Most of them were friends and family. I was a private person. I knew my friends and family were going to say, do not be that girl. I didn't want to show up and spam my friends and be a spammy whammy butthole. And I didn't want to sell to people. And I just didn't even know how to be social. It wasn't in me. So I'm super grateful that someone had belief in me 5 years prior to me actually saying yes. So if you heard that right, I was a hard no for 5 years. But for those 5 years of saying no, there was some type of seed that was planted. And when that seed planted and planted and planted and grew and grew and grew, when there became a point in my life where I really needed that seed to blossom, it was there. And I became open to at least taking a look at what it was that I was saying no to. So I take a look at this video. It's less than 8 minutes long. I realize that average normal people just like myself jump into this with both feet. They don't have anything going for them as well. They're not good at social media. They don't have the skills. There's nothing really different between me and that person besides they taking a leap of faith. All right. They're faithing it until they're making it, and they're choosing to show up differently than they did before. So I said, okay, if this person can do it and this person can do it, and now being in the industry for 4.5 years, it being a, 2 billion industry, there's a lot of people doing it, which should tell you and have you realize that you can do it too. Because I wholeheartedly believe that every single one of us was put onto this planet to make a difference. And I really know that deep down inside, every single one of us has a purpose. Whether we've found that purpose or whether we haven't found that purpose, deep down inside, it's somewhere within us. So when I jumped in with both feet, my question was, what do I do now? What are the daily method of operations and what should you be doing each and every day to move your business forward, to get the needle moving forward? And this is important with any business that you have. So this is going to help you with if you're a salon owner, if you're a realtor, if you have real estate, mortgage officer. I work with many entrepreneurs, and when you commit to the daily method of operations, you are going to see a tremendous increase of growth within your business. And I can tell you that because I went from being the girl who sat back and wondered, I don't know how to build a business. I don't know what to do. And I went from that to going, okay, what is she doing? Okay, she has this tracker. She's tracking the boxes off. She's not getting immediate success, but with time and consistency, it's going to come. And that was my new mantra to myself. And here I am 4.5 years later. Not only did this month I do $30,000 in personal sales, in February I did $50,000 in personal sales all by myself, by showing up and choosing to talk to myself in a different way. So if you're on this and you've been in the industry for a month or 2 weeks or 6 years or 6 months, I want to let you know that once I implemented this every day of my life, I call it a power hour. It changed everything for me. I got to walk away from cleaning houses. I got to walk away confidently from my full-time job as an HR specialist. I didn't say immediately. It took time, but it was confident. I got to walk away from the cleaning, the hairstylist, and the waitressing world to build a life from home, from my family, on my iPhone, in the power mom pockets of my day as a normal human being person without any skill set that's needed for it. And if you're thinking, well, skill set, you're going live right now. It took me 3.5 years to do a live video, 3.5 years to go live on multiple platforms, let alone create a podcast. But what I've always heard from mentors and people like Bob Proctor and Ray Higdon is if your goal doesn't make you want to vomit, you aren't growing. So I knew deep down inside when I saw leaders going live and when I saw leaders doing things that I couldn't ever imagine myself doing, that's what I needed to do next. You know that feeling deep down inside your stomach when you kind of just have like knots in it and you get nervous and you're like, well, I'm getting overwhelmed and I'm stressed because like I know I need to create a website and I know I need to do this, but I don't even know what to start. And you just kind of like freak out. On the other side of that freak out is massive growth and massive success and massive momentum. I promise you, there hasn't been a time where when things got stressful in business, on the other side of that stress was freaking growth. So don't quit when you're so close. Okay. So here's what you do every day, whether you started today, whether you started last week, or you started 10 years ago. If you are in my group on Facebook, you want to make sure you're in that group because this is where my daily method of operations tracker can be found. You want to, it's Michelle Churchill Dworak, and it's the Mompreneur Gold Diggers group. It's an absolute free group, tons of fun in there, power hours, my daily method of operations that I literally plug into every single day. And so can you as a normal person, either doing this from home full-time or doing this on the side of your full-time job. 96% of people that I work with start this on the side of a full-time job. So if you're thinking you didn't have time for this, something that I found coming into the industry, having those 4 jobs I mentioned to you was, hey, if you can plug into a proven system for 3 hours a week, you can make an additional $200 a week. And I don't know about you, but that additional $800 was so meaningful to me and my family as we were living paycheck to paycheck. It was so meaningful to me and my family as money was constantly the issue. And it was so meaningful to me and my family that when my student loans needed to be paid, that additional $500, $1,000 a month that I needed to be paying could have a huge chunk of it come from doing something like this. Okay. So the first thing every single one of us should be doing, you guys, personal development, because our mind, what is in our subconscious and our conscious mind isn't even from something that you created. It's something from your past life. It's something from your childhood. It's something from a guardian. It's something from a teacher, or it's something that was told to you time and time again that you now believe. And that is not what you have to believe. So the first thing that we need to do each and every day is personal development and change the way that we talk to ourselves. One of my favorite books ever to read is Bob Proctor, Changing the Paradigm, changing your paradigm, and actually listening to what that man has done year after year after year and after year again. And I'll give you an example. I stand here almost 5 years into the industry to tell you that every single morning when I wake up, whatever my goal is, I talk that in the present tense. Future me is talking that goal as if it's already happened. So a big goal of mine right now is Elite 2. So I am so happy and I am so grateful that now that I am Elite 2, not only am I changing so many freaking lives, I'm making an impact with my family. I say that 3 times a day on a piece of paper, writing that out, because you have to retrain what's been in your mind from past. That's in your subconscious and your conscious mind. You can change that. You can change those habits, just like people who are like, okay, 180 pounds, I need to go on a diet. They go on the diet, they lose 10 pounds after a couple weeks, then they go back up to 180 because that's their paradigm. If they continued to show up and had that goal of, now that I'm 150 pounds, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful, the aches, the pains, the health, my longevity is so much better. If they continue day in and day out to show up with those 3 statements every single day on a piece of paper, they would have massive success. That is how people have success. 95% of anyone's success out there, whether it's someone in your family or someone you look up to, it's their mindset. 95% comes from mindset. So 10 minutes a day, I'm an Audible book girl. I came with starting to read books. Now I'm an Audible girl book. I will tell you that there has not been one day that I have not showed up for personal development. Books that I recommend: The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, Go for No, The Power of One More, Freakishly Effective Leadership by Ray Higdon. I mean, literally, I would Google in the industry of making money online, social retail, personal development, multi-level marketing, personal development books, marketing, personal development books. Like, you can go on and on and on. And until I had that habit of doing personal development every day in my life, I had a timer set. I'd go to bed and go, okay, tomorrow, what time am I doing my personal development at? What time? Okay, set the timer. The timer goes off. That way I can never forget. That way I can never go home and say, I'm just too tired to do it. And when that does happen, it's not, how am I going to do this today? It's, why am I going to do this today? Because I'm going to move the needle forward in my business. Because I'm going to change my paradigm to where it is now, to where I actually want it to be. Your whys will definitely outweigh any of your hows. So always go by why you are doing this, not how you're doing this. So how simple is that you, not even being a business owner yet, or maybe you are, can show up and read personal development books for a minimum of 10 minutes every single day. And I do max 20 minutes. So it's not like I'm doing this for hours. Simple. That's what I started with, books that I just mentioned to you. Day in and day out, when I was like, but how do I do it? Not sitting back and watching the leader who I wanted to be, sitting back and taking action, doing what the leader who I wanted to be was doing. So personal development, how simple can every single one of us do that? Even working full time, every single one of us can plug into personal development and freaking listen to words and write down 3 statements every single day, talking to ourselves as if it's already happened. The future self's talking in present tense. Put a hand in the comment section. I know I can. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. So the next thing is that we're going to do is we're going to talk about content. Okay. Because we're on social media, and something I had to realize with social media is, Michelle, it's okay to be social on social media. Don't compare yourself to me or the leader that's been around for 15, 20 years, because that's not where we started. I started by adding value to people's lives. What are you really freaking good at? Are you really good at making pot roast? Are you really good at positive quotes? Whatever you're really good at, add that value to the world with zero expectations back. For me, I love working out and I love eating healthy. So I loved being like, here is my amazing zucchini chips. I got myself an air fryer. I cut a zucchini. I literally got it from Google, but people don't know that, and cut it within 1.5 inches. I I had 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I flipped them in it. Okay. I could even do a live with them in the background, but if you're too afraid for that, you're just taking them through the steps. I put sea salt on it and parsley. I put them in the air fryer at 400. I put them in there for 10 minutes. I let them chill, and then I was done, and I ate it with hummus. I measured my 2 tablespoons. Perfect snack. Took me less than 15 minutes. That's adding value. Someone out there is like, wow, that healthy snack could really change my life. What a great idea. I started making popsicles with, like Jello and pudding, and adding fruit and banana and peanut butter to them. And they're like 80 calories. So instead of the 3 scoops of ice cream I used to eat every night because I had a sweet tooth, I went into this and I shared with people, like, I got these on Amazon, freaking $10. My daughter and I have such fun quality time together. All you need is a blender, or get like a Silk almond milk yogurt, put it in there, put the stick in, and enjoy this later on for a treat right before bed. Another thing that I shared when I first started showing up was quotes. I love good quotes. And if you think that you're plagiarizing by using a quote that stands out to you, I don't know if you guys know about chat.openai.com, but this is where the world is shifting, where you can actually go into chat.openai.com and you can say, hey, listen, I really love this quote that says, never give up, your dreams are worth it, but I don't want to plagiarize. Can you reword this for me using the same amount of words? And guess what it'll do? Within seconds, it'll reword it for you. So now we have content to show up with. I could go into my chat OpenAI and go, listen, I want to post about my family. I want it to include, that Bella and me and her dad divorced back 7 years ago now. We try so hard to get along, especially for the sake of Isabella. So today we ended up going to dinner, and my partner came and his partner came, and just seeing Isabella's eyes light up go to remind me of why we keep this cordial relationship even when our emotions try to take over. Can you create this post in less than 100 words? And it'll create a post for me. So I can just put my thoughts onto this or speak into a speaker. So making content, raise your hand. You can have content every day. And you want clean content. You don't want to just constantly be sharing someone putting a funny cat chasing after. You want content like when someone goes to your page, you're inspiring. Because when people tell me that they show up on social media and it's negative, that's your choice. There's a block button. There's a remove button. There's an unfriend button. You are the 5 people that you hang out with. I had to learn that really quick. After having Bella, there were some things that were holding me back. And I was like, you know what? I got to grow. It's not because I'm better than anyone. It's just that I am the 5 people who I hang out with, and I need those people in my corner. So you are those 5 people. So there's nothing wrong with defriending them. You don't have to text them and message them something mean. There's nothing wrong with when you see them on your newsfeed hiding them. My newsfeed is filled with positivity, filled with leadership and empowerment of men and women and parents and divorcees and people who have survived skin cancer. It's such an uplifting, exciting place for me to be. And when someone comes in and tries to rain on it, hi, it's a choice. That's the beauty of the United States of America, is the freedom that you have to make that choice. Okay? So be someone who adds value. You have a quote. You enter those 2 days a week. For me, I do a referral post giveaway. The company that I'm a part of, we give away multiple bottles of our #1 fat loss supplement. That's #1 7 years in a row now. Top leaders go in on it. We give away multiple bottles. So we do a curiosity post, people put it up, and that's where I get most of my customers from. That's once a week. So I have a referral post once a week, 2 quotes 2 times a week. Okay. I share a meal or something that I'm eating that I didn't know how to do in the past, even if it's a HelloFresh dinner, my 4th one. My 5th one is about my family and the time that I value with them and what fun we have together and what we enjoy doing. And chat period open.ai helps me create it. And the other 2, one's going to be a curiosity post about my product always, something like, oh my gosh, my freaking friend just messaged me. Even if you saw it in one of your testimonial groups, we have an ATM group. We add people to a group. We tag them in a tool. We send them a message with basic scripts that have been given to us through the Boards app from top leaders that are proven to work. They're proven. They work. And so it's something is like, oh my gosh, my friend just messaged me. She's down freaking 3 pant sizes in 3 freaking weeks. Wow. With a picture of the product on a spoon. Like, that's curiosity. Week after week, you want to be redundant. This is a business and new eyes are on deck every day. Just because you have 100 people who are your friends list doesn't mean all 100 people are seeing that. That's the beauty. It's the algorithm. Maybe only 6 are seeing it. So show up and be social on social media. I did all my content when I was working full-time as an HR specialist, and when I was cleaning houses, and when I was waitressing, and when I was doing hair. I did it on a Sunday. And I wished I had the chat period open.ai. Now I use it, you know what I mean? Like, when I get it all done, it's all ready and set up and ready to go. So during the week, I don't have to worry about that. Most people do this on the side of their full-time job to supplement. And then down the road from all the personal development and the dreaming, they're like, oh my gosh, I could eventually go part-time. Oh my gosh, this could potentially replace my income. You start to dream differently than when you first showed up. I first got into the business to make an additional $500 a month. Okay. That was my first goal, for an additional $500 a month. And it replaced my income and paid off $60,000 in student loan debt. And I no longer have to be on Medicaid. And my daughter and I no longer have to be on food stamps. This is a blessing in disguise that you have in your mouth that you're not sharing with other people because you're afraid. Or you're not doing this because you're afraid of what people are going to say about you. And what those people are going to say about you don't matter. Because when you lay your head on your pillow at night, when 5 years or 10 years or 15 years passes by, are those people that you're worried about paying your bills? Are they living your life day in and out? No. Job one is yourself. And if those people make you feel that way, maybe it is time to snip ties with them. Maybe it is time to maybe let them know, like, you make me feel uncomfortable at what it is that I do. If you have a problem with it, keep it to yourself, or I'm going to do something about it. So how many of us can post every day? So, okay, we don't have time. We can do it on a Sunday. I just took pictures before this of me in this shirt, like literally with like 5 different versions. So I have some photos down the road, like, okay, easy. I could go change my shirt 7 times right now. I could hold a water bottle. I could get Bella and be like, let's do a photo so that when I talk about you, I have you. I love books, personal development. Let me get a picture of me in a book with a different shirt on so I can talk about my goofy books. There's so many ideas. Okay. So there's your posting content. If you want to really level up your business and you want to do like $30,000 to $50,000 just in the customer side, a short video every day, 90 seconds, get in there, get out. What are you really good at? Because I'm good at helping people lose weight because I lost it. Drinking half of your weight in ounces of water each day. Number 2, reading the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Number 3, walking a minimum of 10,000 steps every day. Number 4, MyFitnessPal, tracking a typical day of eating and getting my goal weight in grams of protein every day. Lastly, using a collagen that has CLA in it so that as I lose weight, my skin can restore back to its youthful self. Every day. Every day. Because there's new eyeballs on there. You can't just post it once and be like, oh my gosh, there's only 2 likes. Who cares? For 90 days, I went live and had 2 likes. And then 6 months into it, I did $50,000 in sales and I earned a 36% commission off of that. Do the math and read in between the lies. What if I would have stopped? What if I would have stopped at that first month, that second month, that third month? Marry the process and divorce the results. When I post things, I'm like, oh my gosh, this video might get 2 likes. I don't even look. I don't even care. If you're on, awesome. If you're loving this, awesome. If you're sharing it with a friend, if not, no big deal. Someone someday might find this video years and years down the street from now, and I could change years from now, and I could change their whole life because I continued to show up. So posting content we can do, stories, reels, and short video. I go live every day, Tuesdays and Thursdays, about how I built this massive business from a woman who was so broken, who had no use being in business, who was told by her ex-husband, it's just one of those pyramid schemes. You're a gym teacher, because the previous company that I was a part of was Beachbody. So he called me a gym teacher. Well, buddy, when I made myself to the 3-star diamond, 2-time premier, hit Success Club 20 or higher for 4 years in a row, buddy, top 1% of the company, kudos to you. Where's your comeback story for those mofos? Because I sure as heck have mine. Now he's an ER nurse and drives an hour to work there in traffic, an hour home from work. And he's gone working 3 12s a week and then sleeping because he's on midnights. And I see my daughter every day. Okay? Don't let people judge you or stop you from the life that you want to be living, because I'm not stopping. And even me being in the industry for almost, I can't stop now. What would happen? What's the alternative? Working full time, leaving at 7 a.m. and getting home at 6 o'clock at night, having someone drive my daughter to soccer practice? Heck no. Every day I remind myself of that when I think, how am I going to do this? Why am I going to do this? You show up on good days, bad days, ugly days, busy days. I got a big zit right here. I was shy to come online. Who cares if someone's going to judge me by my zit? I want nothing to do with them. You're better than that. Okay? So live video, I share tips and tricks. I just think of things that I do that make me successful, and I think of how I lost weight. You could do meals. You could do your makeup on here. You could straighten your hair. Get used to it. Have fun. There's someone out there who wants to see you that you would entertain. Be funny, entertain, educate. That's what you want to be doing. Okay? Maybe you start with 1 time a month, not every day. Okay? The third thing, you have to have stories every day. You have to have stories because that is your commercial. And when you're doing all these things as an entrepreneur, no one knows you're doing them. No one knows that I bust my butt day in and day out and wake my butt up at 6 o'clock in the morning to read a book, to be able to go to the gym, to be able to get down 40 ounces of water before 9 a.m., to be able to do my I statements unless I show them. No one knows. But why wouldn't I want to inspire someone? Isn't it inspiring even if you saw a 400-pound man take McDonald's and throw it out and then cook his family a grown, healthy meal and sat down with them and said that his focus is health? That would inspire me. It makes the hair on my arms stand up. He's trying. So my stories, what should be on your stories? Every day your product, 110%, and not a stock photo. Not something from the Shout app. I mean, in the beginning, you get those things, but you actually dumping your product or putting your product on your face, whether there's music in the background or whether you're saying, okay, it's Wednesday here or it's Thursday here in Michigan. It's a beautiful day today. It's 90 degrees. Bella is in camp at the Nature Center. I taught fitness. Tonight's tween night at the Bloomfield Hills, the club, and she's bringing her friend at 7 to 9. Jeff and I are going to go to whatever pizza place. I can't think of the name of it. We're going to have some pizza. That's it. Goodbye. And then your story ends. They're like, well, what was she putting on her face? What is she doing? Or you're taking something and you're like, okay, I slept kind of like, but it's okay because I always think to myself, like, just talk. Or start with actually taking your product and putting it on something, but showing it. Let them see your hands. Let them see your arms. Let them see the type of clothing that you kind of wear. My stories every day, you'll see my workouts. You'll see my water. You'll see my freaking personal development. You'll see my business. You'll see my daughter. You'll see my dogs. You'll see, I just can't add enough. If I'm taking a photo of it, which get better at taking photos, you have all these memories to look back on. Remember this? It'll bring your mind back to the places where you once were and then where you are now. So stories, that's where I pull all my invites from. People are like, well, what do you do every day? Well, I have content. I do my personal development, so my mindset's there. I do my I am statement, so my mindset's there. And then I go to my stories, and whoever's on them, I'm definitely asking them if they're open to taking a look at my product or if they're open to taking a look at how I earn an additional side of income. But I'm giving them an out. So it's not spammy. Every single one. And if I've already asked them and it's been 30 days, I'm going to follow up and ask them again. I'm going to say, hey, Brittany, I know last time we spoke, it was not a good time to get started or to try. Or to even take a look. Curious, are you open to taking a look? We got a promo going on right now. If not, no big deal. Okay? Wow, who cares what she says? And then guess what? Maybe a week later, she's on your stories again. Looks like this girl kind of is intrigued by you. Hey, Brittany, how are you doing? You have any plans for the weekend? Some of my best friends ever, every one of my best friends right now is from social media. Everyone. Not one person that I've helped lose weight has been a family member or a friend. And I've got 130,000 followers now. And 2 years ago today, I had zero. Zero. So you pull from your stories. What do I say? You say, hey, Brittany, totally curious. I found this product with a spoonful a day that's helped me in many ways. Would you be open to taking a look? If not, no big deal. That's it. She says yes. Awesome. There are 5 different formulas. That being said, do you have some current health goals? Weight loss, reverse aging, more energy, or all of the above? She tells you her goal. Awesome. I can definitely help you with that. Okay, I'm going to add you into a group where I can show you more about the product and information. And then I'll tag you in that information and we'll go from there. Once you add into the group, shoot me a thumbs up. Now I'm going to be in an ATM group. I tag them in a few videos about the product, a few testimonials about the product based on their goal. And I go back and say, okay, I just tagged you in some information. This is that, this is this, this is that. Get the information about your product. It's probably on your product label, what it does. It improves this, it improves that. Sound like something you'd like, question mark. Yes. Awesome. Let's pick your flavor and get you started. You can do X, Y, Z. My favorite is X. What's best for you? That's it. They tell you, all right, totally curious. If they're positive, if they're not positive, don't say it, but totally curious. Do you like money? No, but seriously, could you use some extra money? I'm picky about who I choose to work with, but you're a positive person. Would you be open to taking a look at what it is that I do if it didn't interfere with what it is that you're already doing? If not, no big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. You know how many freaking lives I've changed? Do you know how many times my heart had like a knife in it and was like, I'm so scared to reach out. Oh, she's going to block me. You guys, let those moments happen because it's how you get really thick freaking skin. It's how you get really freaking good at something. Every day I have someone really nasty to me, really nasty in my comment section, really nasty on my live videos, really nasty on my short videos. I don't let it get to me. Could you imagine if I did? A person I've never even met who paralyzed me from my life, who took me away from being home with my child, who took me away from impacting lives all around the world globally by companies in 30 countries. We replaced toxic products with clean, non-toxic products, and that person robbed me of that? No. So I need to reach out every day. And every person I reach out to today, tomorrow, I need to follow up because life is busy. So, okay, now I follow up and I check that box. Again, if you're not in my group on Facebook, it's a free group where my daily method of operations tracker is at. Your team should be in there. You should be in there. Your upline, your downline, your sideline, your best friend. You're interested in making money? You too. It's the Mompreneur Gold Digger group on Facebook. Michelle Churchill Dworak, or you can send me a DM and I will get you in there. It's absolutely free. It is my dream. It is my passion to empower men, to empower women, to build a life on your own terms. Okay? So then follow up. Hey, Brittany, I wanted to circle back to you. I'm notorious for opening messages and then mom life happens, or opening messages and forgetting to respond. If you're not interested, no big deal. There you go. That's it. The fortune is in the follow-up. So if I reach out to 15 people yesterday, I have 15 follow-ups today. I'm busy. When I sit down, I don't have time to scroll social media and go, well, I wish I was that leader. And it must be nice to be her on the scoreboard. And she's got 15,000 points and I have none. She's not doing what you're doing. She's not doing what you're doing. She's head down. I invited 15 people for my stories yesterday. I need to follow up with those 15 people. I've got my personal development 10 minutes to do. I need to do my I am statements of who I want to be. I need to talk to myself in my future present self. I need to get stories up like right now. If I can create a video, I need to get a video up. I need a post for today before 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't got time for that. You are busy. I don't have time for it. My head is down. All right, I need to add to my network. I have no friends. I have 200 friends. That is the most lame excuse I've ever heard in my life. Go to your friends, add friends on Facebook, suggested friends. Probably number one platform for me is Facebook. Facebook, TikTok, then Instagram, literally. Friends, suggested friends. Oh my gosh, look at the picture of the person. Ooh, she's cute. She's got a dog. I have a Boston Terrier. Add. My timer's on right now for 10 minutes. Set timer, 10 minutes. I'm not looking at so-and-so just texted me. My husband's showing me our pool. Nope. I am suggested friends. Oh my gosh. Single, divorcee. I'm divorced. Add. Brittany. Okay. I'm not like, okay, she's 95 years old. This is my bestie. Add. No. Oh, it's a dude that has a crotch rocket. Add. No. I'm like, okay, she's a divorced mom. Yes. Hairstylist. I have my cosmetology license. A girl, little girl. Oh my God, I'm a girl mom. Add. It's so fun. It's like speed dating. My best friends have come from here. So many of them. Like I've locked arms with so many women in pictures that you couldn't even count. The room is so big. All from social media. All from TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. Having no experience, but showing up to this daily method of operations and actually doing it every day. And not going, well, I reached out to 15 people and 2 people responded. Get over yourself. Same happens to me. I reach out to probably 50 people. I probably reach out to more people than you, and I'm getting ignored just as much as you. So is Old Navy. When they sent out their coupon book, they're probably getting maybe 2 coupons a day, and they're not like, oh my gosh, we have never doing this promo again. And that girl just walked in here and didn't buy a pair of pants. We need to close our doors. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that Domino's has a freaking subscription on right now for $5 off pizzas and only 5 people got a pizza yesterday. If they continue to show up and they continue to not quit and they continue to be positive and coachable and willing to grow and consistent and change their freaking mindset and the way they talk to themselves, Domino's is going to be successful. And they are. And that goes true to you and your business. So now I'm just going to go engage. I'm just going to add to someone's life. Because I know right now that if I go to a grocery store and someone looks at me and says, how are you? I'm going to go, she's nice. I'm going to like look at her, double take. Not just like anyone else in this world. So when I go to Facebook, I'm meaningful. Alexa, set timer 10 minutes. I got to be on my crap. 10 minutes timer set. I'm going through my newsfeed. Oh my gosh, her dress. Your dress is so freaking cute. Like, and you rock it. Go, 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 go. Oh my gosh, your dog is so adorable. What type of dog is that? Like literally. Again, you know how much you can learn on social media? You know how much you can learn like when you see a meal and you're like, what is that? Now you just started a conversation. Now you just started a freaking conversation. Find out about that person. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. What's in it? Did you make it? Do you like cooking? No? Did you meal prep it? How long have you been doing that for? How many kids do you have? Do you work? Do you work full time? What? There you go. Build that relationship. If I go to my stories and I see someone on there every day, I'm like, hey, Brittany, how are you today? Hey, Brittany, what are you up to today? I want that person to know that I care too. It's not just about, okay, you opened my product. Okay, now there's a promo. You got to get in between the lines too. It's not black and white. There's middles as well. So if you do just these things that we just went over, you literally will blow your business out of the freaking wall. Smash that heart button, guys. Like, smash it, tag someone. Like, if this has you fired up to close out all of August, all of September, all of October, all of November, and all of December, like, let's freaking grow. You have so many people out there that are rooting for you. The ones that are not, let them go. Because you have the support. That's one thing that I love about this mother freaking business. You have people that show up and give you trainings and give you free value every single day to grow yourself a massive empire that at the end of your life, you get to say, I did it myself. And most of it was showing up on a personal development growth journey with a mother freaking income attached to it. I hope this was helpful. I hope you come back and you listen to this again and again and again. And I hope you go to my Facebook page and you add into that goal digger group and you see my daily method of operations and you actually check every single box on that tracker. That is where success lies. Not getting on a scale and then not going to the gym. It's going to the gym, eating healthy, drinking water, going to the gym, eating healthy. Stay off the scale. Okay. Track the boxes and you will freaking crush your life. Okay. So make sure you are subscribed to my podcast and leave me a review. I do this wholeheartedly from my heart for you. It's on podcast or Spotify. It's Michelle Churchill. It's No BS, Hello Success podcast. I come live 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, giving you the best content and best strategies to build your at-home business and to take it from average to freaking savage, baby. So make sure you head there and write a review. Head over to my Facebook and follow me. Get into that group. And guys, let's get out there and let's freaking crush it. Goodbye.